Alright. Thieving Skydiver, flying. When there's a battlefield, if it was kit, can control target artifact, commemorating has sucks or less. If that card isn't equipment, yeah, this is great, you always play it. Like 2 mana 2/1 flyer is a card you would just play. Like in the past, there have been 2 mana 2/1s that can't block, and you played them. 2 mana 2/1 flyers you can't block, like Welkin turns. And this is just like, not only is it a party member being a rogue, but it also has this like random hate effect that if your opponent wants to play fun cards, they lose. Nimble Trap Fighter can't be blocked if you had another party member enter the battlefield under your control this turn. At the beginning, comment on your turn. If you have a full party, creatures you control gain average creature deals damage to a player. Oh, I actually don't think you would ever play this card. So, weirdly enough, a blue rare that we're just never going to play. It's weird to have a blue have a card like this. Historically, there have been 2 mana 2/1s that are conditionally unblockable a lot. And they've always been unplayable. So this is just like another one of those cards. I think it was like, if you cast a historic card, it was unblockable, right? It was in Dominaria. And maybe another one was like, if you've cast an artifact card, it was unplayable, or like or if you cast like a spirit card, it was unplayable. They're like, these cards have existed in the past and they've always been bad. Yeah, like you're just not gonna have a full party. I doubt that's gonna happen. Yeah, Relic Runner, yeah. Flying when Master runs in our battlefield, draw. Okay, sure, always play it. When you cast an instant sorcery, wizard spell, you may make it a 4/1 or 1/4. Yeah, just always play this card. This card's great. Even if it didn't have that, second text box of like being able to become a 4/1, you would, if it was just 2 blue 1/4 flyer, draw 2, discard 1, you would just always play it. So, yeah, card's great. Each opponent mills 8 cards. If the spell was kicked, instead each opponent mills half their library rounded up. Yeah, I mean, if you're a mill deck, you play it. Otherwise, you probably don't play it. Traumatize, you never played in limited, so. I mean, this card is better than Traumatize. But Traumatize is just 3 blue. Your opponent mills 8 half their deck. Because I think a vast majority of the time, like, your opponent's 8 cards are going to be more than half their deck, right? Like, imagine on turn 6, your opponent has played no card draw spells, and they started with 7, they drew 6 cards. So their deck is going to be like, what, 27 cards, 26 cards? So you can pay 6 to mill them for 13, or pay 2 to mill them for 8. And plus, the thing is, like, if you've milled them any other way, then, like, if you mill them, like, 8 other cards already, then they're down to, like, 19 cards. And so, like, if you mill them half, it's only, like, 10 instead of 8. It's whatever. Yeah. I don't know, Glimpsing Unthinkable was mill 10, right? Yeah, target player mills 10. So, I don't remember Glimpsing Unthinkable being playable, and that was, like, a mill format, too. So, I would assume this card's not good. Alright, Inscription of Insight. Alright. Return up to 2 target creatures. Okay, so you would already play this card. If it was literally just 3 in a blue, return 2 target creatures, you would play it already. You don't even have to read the rest of the card. Okay, scry 2, draw 2 cards, whatever. Target player creates an XX. Okay, whatever. Yeah, obviously you just always play this card. So Cherix the Raging Isle. Spells your opponent's cast that target Cherix the Raging Isle, cost 2 more to cast. Plus X minus X for X number. Yeah, you just always play this card. In the past, there would have been 4 mana 1/7s you played. 4 mana 1/7 was an uncommon, and you played it and you liked it. And you can activate this multiple times if you have 6 mana, if you have like 4 islands in play, 5 islands in play. God forbid you have 5 islands in play on turn 6. There's a battlefield, draw a card. Overlay enters a battlefield in your opponent's control if that player had another land. Okay, so it doesn't do anything. No text box. You just don't play this card ever. Alright. Whenever you cast a kick spell, draw a card, then just... Of course you draw a card. When there's a battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal card kicker, and with among them, put it into your hand, and then put the rest in the bottom. Of course. It's coming to play, draw a card. When you play a kick spell, draw a card. Discard a card, great. Yeah, always play it, obviously. May have a glass pool make enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control, except it's a shapeshifter rogue in addition to its other... In addition? You can be 2 creature types for your party. I guess, but it can only count as 1. Never mind. It's not good. All the party cards say, like, if you have, like... If 1 card counts for multiple types, you can only count for 1 of them. Yeah, 3 mana clone your own thing. Like, this was a card in the past called, like, Mirror Image, I think. It wasn't uncommon. Yeah, you always played it. So... This is also a land, and it is also a rogue in addition. It's like strictly better than the old mirror image. So yeah, always play this. And then we have these like dual lands, which you would, if you're those, you would, I mean, if you're playing Cheriks, maybe you don't always play them, right? But if they're on color, obviously you always play them. When Seagate Stormcaller enters the battlefield, copy the next instant or sorcery spell with mana cost 2 or less. You cast this turn when you cast it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, the kicker doesn't matter on this card. It's just there to be found with other kicker cards. Like this one. Like, look at the top 5 cards for a card kicker, right? You're just going to play it for the first thing, and assuming you have at least 2 targets in your deck that you can copy, you're going to always play this. If you don't have 2 things, you might still play it because it's a wizard, and it's a card. It's a wizard with a blank kicker. So it's like, it scratches the itch of if you need a wizard and if you need a card kicker. Yeah, you can copy another Royal Kicker with this. Yeah. So for 6 mana, you can bounce 2 things, draw 2 cards. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? Draw cards, equal number of cards in your hand, +1. You have no, yeah, sure. You just always play this. It's gonna be like a 7 mana draw 3 or for draw 4. And randomly, okay, so now that I've read the cards, there's a lot of cards like Coral Helm Chronicler that like matter for kit cards, right? So the fact that it has kicker means that enters the battlefield. If it was to create a token that's a copy of Jace's up to Jace, it's not legendary and it has starting loyalty of 1, +1 scry 2, 0 draw a card and reveal it, remove a number of. Yeah, it just reminds me of the old Nissa, Steward of the Elements, which was like a bomb. I imagine myself losing this all the time. Like, even if this was just like a 1 blue card that like it was +1 scry 2, if that's all it did, a card would be a bomb. There was a card called Crystal Ball in the past, which was a 3 mana artifact that was pay 1, tap it, scry 2. That card was a bomb. So, like, if all this was like a 5 loyalty planeswalker that just ticked up every turn to scry 2, the card would be a bomb. That's what this is. Blue is crazy good in this set. Blue is crazy good in this set. It's got, you know, 15.5 playable commons. All but one of the uncommons are great. Oh, the rares are actually kind of bad in blue, which is weird. You still play them. I mean, they're not compared to the rares of other colors. The rares are actually kind of bad. But I think what happens is that blue is gonna be your main color, and you just like, you're like blue X. You can actually be 3. You can actually be 2.5 colors. Pretty easily with blue because because half your cards are gonna be say draw a card on it, and if you draw 6 cards, then it's like mana fixing. So it'd be pretty easy to play 2.5 color, like play blue black splashing red for 2 cards, or blue black splashing white for 2 cards. Be trivial to do. Just like play 2 planes, and then you're just gonna find it every game. Yeah, card draw literally is fixing. Like, there's fixing in the sense that, like, literally search your deck for a land and put it into your hand. But there's also fixing of just, like, look at the top 10 cards of your deck and, like, put 5 into your hand, right? That's mana fixing. Blue is going to be your main color. I would expect, like, 2/3 to 3/4 of players are probably going to be blue, from what I'm looking at. But we have 3 colors to go. Yeah, the second best color is going to be whatever works best with blue. And what blue needs is, so what blue is lacking, it's not all upside for blue, right? So what blue is lacking is obviously hard removal, right? Things that are in play, it's really hard for them to deal with. They have some unsummons, right? They can't deal with things that are already in play. Whatever that you pair with blue just needs to be cost-efficient removal.